I know,
It's
I
the
just hate
nerves.
them.
Okay.
I just dislike them very greatly and wish death upon my ticks.
Okay. You
Oh, ticks. Okay.
Ticks, as in ticking, as in neurodivergent,
as in
That's
hold up.
okay.
as
You
in
guys
I
will hear
am.
the echolalia from me eventually.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'm going to share to all my friends and yell at them to join.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in here.
Are we supposed to be heard on stream, by the way?
I have not got you guys muted for starting soon.
Okay.
I can if you would like me to.
I don't care.
Oh no, I just got real confused for a second.
Like, where are all these voices coming from? The other
These
tutorials
voices
haven't
are
started
these
yet.
people.
Jesse.
Oh.
It is time.
Oh, right.
To rumble. Okay.
It's like, oh, right. You already are in the server, so I don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
Y'all, I'm so fucking excited.
I am ready. I am still ready.
It begins.
I've been taking care of everything else that I don't actually have. Roll20 or D&D Beyond. I should fix that.
Oh no!
I've been so
Not a
busy
bad idea.
setting up the actual OBS stuff.
Yeah, you have
whoops.
priorities.
Fast and pooping.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah. No, I don't want to be. This is the wrong campaign.
This is wife use. Oh, I can hear myself.
I just muted
I am
the tab just to
Yeah.
Oh, it's on my phone. It's just very funny hearing myself a minute later, 5 seconds or a minute later. Oh my gosh, it's so weird. I'm closing it now because I already sent the link to where I needed to send it, but that's so weird.
It is time.
I just have Corbin's playlist in the background, and so every once in a while I glance up at my TV because that's where it's playing the music, and I just see the song playing.
No, you're perfectly fine because I've been streaming Raya's playlist this entire time.
Oh yes,
Same.
I've been. To be fair, Corbin has 5 hours worth of songs, and there's 100 songs in this playlist.
I don't know how you filled your playlist out.
Yeah,
I've had this character
Co,
for
you had a question?
Wait, Co?
years.
Yeah. Co?
Oh, I was just going to say that if I could play my playlist on stream, I would.
Oh,
but that is how
Hmm.
it get banned.
Yeah, I've had Corbin since I guess 4 years is closer to how long I've had him.
Oh shit. Okay.
Fox, whose playlist have you been streaming?
Oh, none of the music saves to my VODs. It's fine.
No. Like I figured as much. That's why you don't. That's why I keep it. But I was more along the. Whose playlist have you been listening to? Who's the last person's playlist you've been listening to?
Well, I'm currently listening to Safi's. But I've been listening a lot to Raya's. You just got really good music.
Yay!
Yeah, of course.
Validation.
So completely no context. A or B?
B.
Perfect.
Brain cell.
Beef and booty.
This is unrelated, but art related. So
yeah. Even Raya says I was saying Raya. No, that's the starts with another R. Even Ronnie says B.
Even
for different reasons than me saying it.
Barbada. Oh my god, Ronnie.
God damn it.
Ronnie. I
For
know.
2 seconds.
Look,
No.
I know I am, but shush.
Listen, I don't want to have to yell at my wife from across the room, but I
But you
will,
will.
and I would rather not.
It'd be funny.
No. Yes, but it's
I heard that. Oh, that's great.
I will try and make sure she does not make too much noise. You guys all have pets. I have a wife.
I have a wife.
Sometimes the
To be
greatest
fair, they're
pets.
not my pets. They're
Yeah.
my
I have a child at home simply because school holidays.
That's right.
Easter was yesterday.
There's only
Indeed,
one
I'm
thing.
I
worse
got
than
a giant pig and I was very happy.
It's like a pet child. No.
There's only one thing worse.
A child.
Child.
No.
No. Whenever I hear that audio, I also think of, what do you have? A knife! No!
Oh.
That will
Mhm,
never
mhm.
not be funny to me.
I love that one. Oh, wait.
Oh,
Don't mind me.
Alrighty, gang.
Are you ready?
Audio. Will you be playing audio through Discord for this session, DM?
No, I primarily have it playing through Roll20. I can mute that if you
Sweet.
so wish.
Nope. If it's through
Um,
Roll20, that is totally fine. I might just need to set up audio for it.
Yeah, it's very, very light at this point in time, so it's not necessarily fully necessarily. But I'm also happy to shift and adjust as need be. I had it a little bit quieter earlier for Corbin, so I'm happy to figure out volume settings as we go.
That
I
is totally
exist.
fine.
Woo.
We all exist a little bit.
Only
Debatably.
sometimes.
Debatable.
Debatably.
Yes.
Oh, God, scales are not scaling.
It's more just that I need
Okay.
to activate.
Oh my.
Look
Oh my
at
God,
us.
it looks so pretty.
Hold on, I can't see it. I can't see it yet. I'm
I'm
looking.
waiting-
I'm
yeah, I'm
looking.
waiting to catch up.
Love it.
We exist.
Oh, it's so cool. It's so. I
Steve.
love him. Oh, I move. Sorry.
Yes,
We
you
do little
can-
wiggles.
Yeah.
Just a little wiggle.
Oh, why is my
We
Disney
exist.
Plus opening? No, Disney Plus. No.
It's
I don't
alright,
need to watch
let
every
me
day.
break
Now.
down.
You reached the
Yes, I need to.
Disney princess signature.
Oh God.
Just
Corbin's
just
gonna
as-
become a Disney princess. I can feel it now.
he's already
Terrifying.
already halfway there.
I am.
Halfway there.
That connects to lore that only me and the DM know.
Well, let's get this show on the road, shall we? Hello,
Yes.
everyone. My name is Ursa, or at least in this particular instance, I am known as the Baron Silmedi. Welcome to the And We Went Out Roving campaign, hosted by the lovely Cobalt Curios. And
Whoop, whoop.
look at all of my lovely little friends that I've gathered here together to join me in this new venture. Would you
Hi.
care to introduce yourself? Starting with Ko, as this is your stream, as it is.
Hi, I am Kobold Curios, and I'm playing a Terrace, a Tiefling Ranger, and Absolute MILF.
We love the MILFs.
Never
Did
in
we
doubt.
expect anything less?
MILF.
And I think we shall just go on down the line and go on next with Midge.
I am playing the illustrious Dr. Allegan Hugh, who's a wizard.
Still.
I'm not a dad.
Fine, you're a silver fox.
There we go.
I will take that one.
Look, they're all recovering at least addicts to some form or another.
I'm not
Including
addicted to
Rawhide.
anything.
you're addicted to TTRPGs, let's be fair here.
I mean, yeah.
You
I'm
can
not
be
recovering from that one though.
Fair enough. D, who are you playing?
All right. Hi everybody, I'm D, and I'm playing Raya da Silva, Tenebrine Possum Rogue, an absolute sweetheart with a really big book for some reason.
Wonderful. And Fox?
Yes, hello. I'm Fox, Foxology. I am playing as Saffron, aka Safi. That's what all of his friends call him, and he has so many of them. I promise you, he has so many friends, you guys. Clients are friends, right?
Oh, yep.
People who have to assure others that they definitely have friends for sure have friends.
Oh yeah,
for
he
sure.
has so many.
Well, you're about to get more. It's fine.
Never in doubt. And the instigator of what will be this campaign, Corbin. Or
Hello.
Sponge.
Sponge. I am the Angry Spongecraft, aka Corbin Lieza, who is a human bard. And yes, I am indeed the instigator thus far. Great. I love encouraging chaos. That is my favorite pastime. But yeah.
Awesome. And thank you everyone for joining me in along this what will be a very interesting venture, I hope.
Whoop, whoop.
We are very excited. We've
I'm excited.
been a little bit
Yeah.
insatiable.
The brain
Yeah,
has hit everyone very hard.
I made a playlist of 100 songs for Corbin. I think that is a testament to how much I am obsessed right now.
I colored
I have done my
everybody's
most
characters
yeah.
in one day.
I have done my most detailed character creation yet, and still going with it.
Whoop. Loneliest cat in the West.
Yes, I would also like to
Ronnie.
thank Midge for doing all the coloring of our reactors.
Look at how
It
Looks so
because
good.
we look phenomenal.
I
Yes.
sat down and then I didn't get up till 1 a.m.
Yeah,
That's
you
cool.
are insane.
Yeah.
I
I
will
was-
also point out
Damn
the
it.
absolutely lovely backgrounds of the
Yes.
Yeah.
the
Yes.
Co.
Oh,
Yeah.
is amazing. Dead
Which
body
makes it-
reported.
I am
Yes,
going to
which-
turn off audio redemptions quickly. I forgot to do that.
All
That's
good.
good. But I'm kind of glad that Midge hopped in and did the coloring, because Lord knows I would be so terrified if Co was doing all of this by themselves again.
Seriously.
I
Oh.
remembered that happening last time, and I was like, I just immediately was like,
No.
"Hey, Co, do you want me to do the color if you do the line art? Because your line art's better than mine."
Your line art.
Real quick, what year is this again?
1512.
Your mom.
1512. It is year of the. Oh, I told Midge this the other day.
Shattered Mirror.
Yeah, year of the Shattered Mirror.
Yes.
Quite indeed. And it is particularly a year for many things to be shattered, particularly illusions as to how the world itself will continue to be. Two sunderings it has seen come and gone, including a spell plague and the deaths of many gods and goddesses. And yet it finds itself still turning. The time and progress marches on, where new smoke powder weapons begin to mark the different marketplaces. Technology advances day by day and moment by moment. And yet, there's still points and times for small stories to be told and newer ones to begin, and for older ones to be picked up, where crossing paths find themselves in the midst of a mix of borders and trails and travesties and enlightenments. And here we find ourselves within the Forgotten Realms themselves, far beyond the well-known borders of Waterdeep and Kalimshan and the Sword Coast, or even further to the north in terms of Silvery Moon and the Silver Marches, past the lands of Intrigue, and down towards the Lake of Steam. We find ourselves within the Border Kingdoms. Specifically, we find ourselves on a ship pulling into the harbor of Yalash. and a single solitary figure in and amongst it, that of a human bard, deep in search of something long lost and forgotten, or, well, hopefully not forgotten by many.
Hopefully not forgotten.
But still, at this point in time, they find themselves in a brief conversation with the ship's captain as they step off the dock into a new city in a new world that for them themselves have probably never encountered in one way, shape, or form. Corbin, could you
Hello.
please introduce yourself and describe your character for us?
I am Corbin Lieza. I'm like, how old did I make Corbin? Like 40 something? I'm a human bard, currently wearing a like kind of tannish beige tunic with a indigo-ish kind of skirt that goes down to his ankles. Currently on his back, they use every pronoun, but right now we're going with he him pronouns. On his back he has it looks like a guitar, it's a lute. So it's kind of like a more bent and oval guitar. And then he also has a bag of as he's climbing off the ship, he gives thanks to the captain. I don't know what else to say.
Not much left to be said, but you do find yourself in this new city. You can see it's
Yeah.
marked by many high towers and floating lanterns, as Yalash is known as the city of mages, and as well as also the city of as well as also the city of those who watch. As you can see and around and marked around different corners, different words of arcane nature marking them as sigils of abjuration and prevention from scrying or similar. And there's this, well, it is a pleasant enough city to look at. The buildings are straight, and that is that of well cobblestone roads. You can see these signs of horse-drawn carriages, even a few magically enhanced ones that are floating along, being pulled by mechanical destriers and similar. It's a town of city of progress in itself, although not of the largest within the land of the border kingdoms. And you clutch in your hand a single note with a name underlined, Canton Duquesne. What would you like to proceed?
I'm gonna start heading deeper into the lands, get closer to the
Fair enough.
kingdoms.
Moving within the city itself, you take in all the various different sites, and there's an eclectic mix of cultures here and there. You see animal folk of all different shapes and sizes. They're tabaxi, orcs, half orcs in some way, shapes, and form. Primarily human and half elven of mixed races, but there's a decent number of wood elf kin in and around. But it's a land more of toughened folk who frequently see in some way, shape, or form combat on a, if not a near yearly basis, certainly every few years. The people moving along in itself, you eventually asking a few directions in and around, you're pointed to a two-story building, so that of made of white marble with fine black slate roof. The outside of it is which a very finely polished oaken door that has, but none of the windows have like large bars across them here.
Okay.
And it is marked as the residence of one Canton Duquesne.
Okay. Go into the building and ground. See what's happening.
You go to open the door and they find the door locked.
Well, that fucking sucks.
It is a residence, not necessarily a shop.
Oh, I was thinking it was brain isn't braining right now. I'm just gonna wander through the like buildings, just kind of check everything out, just around. Like I'm looking for something specific.
Okay, like in between, like if whatever, and like anything in particular catch your eye, I would say go ahead and make an investigation check.
All
First
right.
roll. First roll.
First roll, first roll,
proper
first roll.
Canton.
Let's go.
Oh, awful roll though. Oh no.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Investigation. I do have +4, so 6.
6.
I got to.
Your mind is definitely
Woof.
in a different realm and place, that kind of occupied for different things. Many different shops, like, they do hold various different wares of all sorts of accoutrements. Not necessarily some that you're always fully familiar with. There's definitely strange fruits, like, that you want them to use. There's some that are familiar: apples, oranges. It's a very moderate, mild, temperate climate here, so there are things that you do recognize. Overall, it's probably at this point in time late summer, early fall, so there's a little bit of a crispness in the air, but not much.
Okay.
And as you kind of like made your way back through the stalls and kind of head back to the door once more and give it a knock, you hear a light cough from the side, and you see an individual, half elven, elven at this point in time, with kind of longer bluish black hair, a bit of a very finely trimmed goatee, of very like, thin pencil mustache and fine point to the bottom of it. Bit of like almost like kind of this light smirk on his lips that's almost like permanent.
Okay.
And he looks you up and down and asks, "Can I help you?"
I'm looking for a place to stay.
Then perhaps you should
Okay.
try the different inns or docks. I'm curious as to what brings you to my door.
That's a good question. Honestly, I thought it was an inn when I first came up to it.
He looks at his very finely polished establishment and buildings. Like, well, we don't usually offer rooms to rent, but if you have coin, that could certainly possibly be arranged. I'm not one to usually invite unknown guests into my personal home, but I live in interesting times and with interesting places. So
Mm.
at some point, I'm moderately curious, but I can perhaps point you in the direction of a few interesting ones. What is your name?
Name's Corbin. Nice to meet you. What's your name?
My name is Kenton Duquesne. You are at my very fine door, as it is, and a pleasure to meet you, Corbin.
Pleasure to
Uh,
meet you.
I
Actually,
recommend. Yes.
sorry, sorry for interrupting you. While we're at it, I just want to ask real quick: have you seen a child by any chance about yay high, kind of a bronzish skin, running around anywhere, being possibly, corralled elsewhere?
Not one of recently late, but one of the main things that I work in is in finding information, and in particular the city of Yalaj. There's been many issues a number of years past of children going missing, and so that would certainly be
Oh, I've
something we
heard.
keep on the docket.
Okay,
Why don't but let me invite you inside, offer you a cup of tea, and we
thank
can
you.
perhaps discuss.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
And he goes to the door and pulls out a set of keys and fiddles with the lock, and the door opens very, very quietly into a very finely adorned abode. A very fine plush, like plum carpet. The walls themselves are painted like kind of this nice cream colored. A number of different kind of like motifs of different antiques and trophies up on the walls, and there are many different collectibles of all sorts. He brings you inside, brings you into his nice foyer, and begins setting out a cup of tea. So children, bronze skin scale, is it bronze coloration, like same from the ports of Kalimshan, I believe?
Okay. Um, can you repeat the last few words that you just said, Ursa?
You say they are bronze, the bronze coloration, like very well tanned. It would be most likely from Kalimshan, from the deserts or otherwise, maybe a little bit to the south of, maybe even all the way towards the Shining Sands.
Probably close to that. Yeah, closer to desert. He has some green kind of coloring to him at a little bit. He doesn't have any hair either, so it's a little hard to describe him.
And interesting. How old is this child?
Oh, in human years, about 2.
He gives you a very kind of like strange, like looking over and saying, "You
He's
should most
adopted.
to." Ah, that explains many things.
He's adopted.
Of course, then we can sort of go ahead and see. I do tend to work in a number of different information gathering, as I said. Here's your tea, by the way. Do you take cream, sugar? We usually have a stronger licorice root that we tend to add to it on occasion.
Just 2 sugars would be great.
He adds them to the cup and passes it over to you and sits down. But yes, as I was saying, information I tend to work with, and both acquiring it and many other things in the process. And it's a very specific, interesting question. I cannot think of anyone specifically off the top of my head. I
Okay.
could certainly ask around, but it's not a cheap service for looking into it if you wish.
How much?
For a specific one such as that would run you 500 gold pieces.
Oh shit! Don't have enough. That's all right.
The thought is not.
Maybe I'll be able to
You
find
are
a job.
new to these lands. You still smell the salt of the sea.
Oh yeah, I just arrived here, not even a few moments ago. I'm just really trying to find my son.
I could perhaps offer you a trade in exchange if you so wish.
I'm listening. I'm listening.
They, you look as someone who is a very persuasive individual, and one who's knows their way around people.
Yeah.
And we recently, I've also know how to get people in contact with the right others. And recently, one individual of interest has requested a bit of extra guards for a upcoming journey that they are about to take. And
Okay.
as far as I know from this individual and those that they tend to be around, they are not the most persuasive of, how to put this politely. They are not. They tend to be a bit of a loudmouth themselves at times.
That's fair. Okay.
The For them at that point in time, though, is that the utilize if you do know around yourself very well and around other folks in general. And I was curious if you were perhaps to accompany them on this travel, that it would give me the time then to send out information, perhaps find any that might occur or happen on this while they were while you're out and about. And when you return, then I would be able to provide you with the information that you have been so curious about, free of charge at that point.
That sounds good to me. You know what? If I can get some adventure while also finding my son, I'm willing. So that works for me.
That would be excellent. Let me go and then gather up.
Well,
I think actually, yes, then I do have send you along then and take you to my escort who will bring you to the individual and travel with you as well. I come with you and I can at least show you along once you've finished your tea, and we are happy. I'm happy then to show you around the city a bit.
awesome. That'd be great. He just chugs his tea.
Right? The individual stands up and kind of like sets his stuff off to the side and escorts you back out, locks the
Whee!
door, and then heads you down, heading back towards the nearby pier at the point in time.
Okay.
The
Corbin's kind of looking around while they're walking.
Okay. So is he going and looking for anything in particular of interest, or are you just looking for kind of just a general vibe?
Just kind of general vibe.
Okay, go make a perception check.
All right. Perception, you said?
Yes.
Oh, sweet. 17.
Many of the people in and about and around are certainly kind of dressed in more robes of magisters, scholars, and similar, where they have like different robes, colorations. And many of them seem to be wearing robes that have a symbol on them that that are marked with the University of Galash at the point in
Okay.
time, in terms of the various different scholars. You can see that many of them are probably in their late teens to early 20s. Very like kind of young, fresh-faced individuals, they're kind of like bright-eyed. But aside from that, you don't see many children running out, or those that are like very, very close to their mothers, fathers, and similar.
Okay.
The As you're kind of going on, like taking on down the street itself, Canton kind of explains like Yellish is a fine city for everything, but it's more for the seekers of knowledge or otherwise. It's not exactly a place in where you would find most goods or similar passing through. For that, you would have to go closer to within and around the different like the Duchy of Chantal, Black Barn, Black Blade, and similar, as those are areas of more contested, and you find a bit more darker deeds in around those areas. It's still a very fine country overall, but it has its own issues.
Yeah.
And he takes you down these different streets and turns onto the piers themselves and heads on over to a building that is marked as the Moonstone Emporium, which so it's the kind of a lower ramshackle building itself. It looks nice enough on the outside, but definitely you get the feeling that it's more of a like a cheap coat of paint to kind of like hide things up and away. And you see him kind of take a deep breath as if he's steeling himself for something and open the door and kind of step inside and say, Safi, Saffron, what
Yes,
are
boss.
you? Fox, what
Yes,
do you
boss.
to describe your character?
Safi is a Maine Coon tabaxi who most Maine Coon tabaxis are usually very tall. Not so much with Safi. Safi's standing at around 5'5", bright ginger fur, with a little bit of white around the mouth and chest. They're wearing some simple clothes, and just a very simple little necklace with 3 little gemstones on it. And he looks like he's been going absolutely nuts, waiting for something, anything. So he is so excited to see Canton right now. And she's like, boss, yes, hello, yeah, hi.
Calm.
What's up?
Calm. Breathing
I'm calm.
exercises. We've talked about this.
Totally calm. I'm so calm.
Corbin
boss.
just kind of
so
like
calm.
Sniff your plant if you must.
He turns around and puts his face in a plant.
Corbin's kind of like snickering in the background.
Just muffled in the plant. Bro, do you need anything? I'm guessing you need something. You're here with something. So someone. And
Are you calmed down a little bit?
Yeah.
Because this could be a very important job for you.
Oh, it's like a job.
Like an actual job, not of what
Oh my
you've been
God.
doing for this one or for what you were doing for me for a while. As far as I can tell at this point in time, that's out of the option for the foreseeable future.
There's a very displeased look on Safi's face, kind of like he sucked on a lemon. Yeah,
But
okay.
You
Cool.
can still put your
job.
talents to use. This, and he looks towards Corbin, is Corbin.
Kind of waves.
Safi waves very fast.
Hello.
Your job is to escort them to your compatriot Allegan. Allegan, and as far as I've been informed, Allegan and Ateris have both been preparing to travel to some of the southern kingdoms as of late, and we're looking for a few extra helping hands and perhaps even a guard or two to join them along this venture, since they would be gone for an extended period. I would like you to take Corbin, and you can rustle up what's your tenebrous possum friend.
Raya. I can
Yes,
go
Raya.
get I can go get Raya. Yeah.
you will take, and then you and Raya and Corbin will join Allegan and the Terrace on their journey to the south and aid them in the process. I hope. Now, with that, in as Corbin here is doing us a service, is so that we can do them a favor in kind, and perhaps build a solid working relationship between our individuals.
Sure. Sure.
You understand?
Uh-huh. Gotta go see the wizard. That's great. I love talking to Allegan. Yep.
I know you do.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm do need to stress the point that this is a very good opportunity for you, as you've been complaining to me for an extended period of time now that you would rather much be anywhere else than here.
I mean, here I meant and Safi just kind of gestures to the walls and the counter, and I meant
Do you
here.
want the job or not?
I will take the job so fast. I'm gonna do it so well.
Very good. Corbin, would you step outside for a moment? I need to have a moment here with Saffron.
Oh, yeah, for sure. He nods and goes steps outside, and as he does, he kind of like stands still and looks around again, just to see if maybe he can get a glimpse of who he's looking for at all. See if you never know.
Sure thing. Could I have the rest of the party deafen, please?
Oh
Including
dear.
me.
Okay.
Where's my death?
Oh boy. I get the first whisper. Anyways, yes.
I'm waiting for Ko.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just trying to work out a way to do this. Where
Yeah,
you guys are supposed to be
Yeah.
heard.
How do you deafen and then we
I
are
might
heard?
just
Yeah,
mute and
that
put
is
take my headphones off.
Okay, that's fine.
smart.
Once Corbin like exits out the door, Canton turns back and you can see that there's he like kind of pinches the brow and like for a moment like Saffron. You know I put
Yeah.
a lot of work and effort into you.
I do. Yeah.
So I am giving you this second chance. You do understand that, yes.
Yeah.
Good. Now, one of the reasons why I'm sending you along as well is because most of your other compatriots are otherwise occupied in their own tasks, including pickpocketing, where they don't have their own situations occurring. With that, I know I can rely on you to be and take drastic measures if necessary. We've been
of course.
hearing stories, and particularly we've been hearing from prospective clients of ours that this Allegan is becoming more and more of a thorn in the side of people who have a very deep pockets. And what I would like you to do is inform us while you're on the journeys. And he pulls out a stone that has a face on it and an ear and gives it to you. And inform us along your journey in itself as to if he's progressing, if he's continuing along with these particularly dangerous motives and motifs, the things that he has at this point of time, and that if it becomes necessary to see that he has an accident.
Okay. That wasn't in character. That was just Fox as the player being excited. Yeah, I can. I mean, yeah, I can definitely, steps out of line. He's gonna lose it. Kind of a.
But only
Yeah,
if
I can-
we say so.
Yeah. What
Because
exactly is he?
because regardless of whether or not he has enemies as he is still a well-respected member of the university here, and that is particularly an enemy that we don't, and I'm sure you don't want to have.
No. No one wants that kind of a
So,
adversary, as it were.
as it were, you are to go, keep an eye on things, help him see how things go. Perhaps you even get to make some money for yourselves and make a name for yourself in the process. But if push comes to shove, Allegan's the one who's going to need to get shoved.
Right. So just a little clarifying. He's getting his nose into something. How will I know that he's getting his nose into something if I don't know what the something is?
Allegan is an individual whose heart bleeds for the lesser individuals, very similar to your own folk, and particularly those who couldn't really help for themselves. If he starts meddling in magic or similar that could upset the status quo, as it were, within the various different clergies and the other different wizarding schools, to the point that one side could get a significant leg up over the other, we would like to hear about it, and then we will make the decision and let you know.
Okay. Right. Yes, I will. I will definitely keep you informed. How does this little rock work? Funky.
He takes out a similar looking rock, in fact, almost an identical looking rock, and you simply mutter the word Sprachen. It will activate, and you can say up to 25 words into it in a single message, and it will reach me wherever you go, wherever it may be, on the same plane of existence, perhaps even farther.
Fancy magic stuff. Okay. I will he's gonna tuck it
is called
away
a
somewhere.
sending stone.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
But
he's gonna tuck it away somewhere on his outfit that is just, it gets lost in the floof, basically.
He reaches out and kind of like pats the side of your head and like holds or kind of like scratches the back behind the ears. Like, this is an opportunity for you, Saffron. It's an opportunity for us to get a bit further up and along. I have faith in you. Don't let
Daffy
me be
just lights up a
disappointed
little.
again.
Definitely not. Listen, I wouldn't be surprised if, like, while on the road, I get that other thing fixed. So, you know.
That would be a wonderful bonus.
Traveling with a magic type, it's probably fine. I might be able to encounter something or another. I mean, I don't know.
This is also why you should take along your possible friend. Don't let him know what it is, but at least he can help you watch your back, and he's not affiliated with either party.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. I'll go catch up with Raya. You sorry, like how'd you meet the little Corbin fella?
He came to my door and looking for a kidnapped child, and so that is something in which, like, while my price is expensive, I thought that this would be a way in which we could take advantage of a number of different situations and ensure that we could perhaps see a child recovered.
Very altruistic of you. I think that's the right word. Great. I'll go then. I'll just grab my bag. I got it in the back. It's fine.
And Saffron,
yes.
if things do go poorly, you know what to look for.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Just kind of fiddles with his necklace. Saffron's gonna dip. Go get bag. Shall we call the others? Now we go. Pss, 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 pss.
Alrighty.
Oh baby. Oh buddy.
Oh dear.
Everything's
one-
good, guys.
No one saw anything.
No, we
Yep,
didn't see
nope.
anything.
Nope, not at
Nothing.
all.
What did we see?
All right, Corbin,
Not your
you
fault.
see
Not your-
Saffron come out the front door at this point in time and join you along, and the two of you they kind of usher you along, and the two of you head off through the city once more.
Woo.
Yeah.
Moving quickly here and there, Saffron, well, actually, Raya, Raya and Saffron, the two of you together, where would they find Raya?
Are they looking up?
Always. I
Saffron
know
would
my
look-
friend.
Huh. So,
Corbin's not. He's just following Saffron's lead.
so I think they would hear Raya, or at least hear that his presence is nearby quicker than they would see him. As Raya is once again traveling by rooftops and just making
Is
a
he- Is he singing a particular song? Is he whistling? Is he?
he is there are yells of excitement, the sounds of footsteps on shingles, sounds of people yelping as a very tall shape moving much more nimbly than they should be doing, ends up coming across, casting shadows, sometimes using stands, sometimes using clotheslines to get him to where he needs to be.
Very well. So Saffron, and then
And
you hear kind of the very faint, like familiar tunes of Raya as they're moving along, and you begin to kind of catch the look and shape of your large, tall friend as they're moving through
I'm
the
looking
city rooftops.
I'm looking for that wormtail. And just there's gonna as they're walking, Corbin just starts seeing Safi's ears just like flicking around, sort of like tracking sound. And then at a certain point just kind of stops. And then it's gonna
Corbin
try
almost-
climbing up.
Corbin like almost runs into Safi as they stop, and then they're like, "What are you? Oh, are you trying to climb
Yeah.
up on the roof?"
Can I go up to try and either intercept or just get a better look so I can shout a little clearer?
Yeah, like you're practiced enough in terms of clambering up on the rooftops here that you can do that without issue.
Yeah.
Corbin, do you follow?
I'm gonna try and follow. Yeah,
Go ahead.
Corbin's gonna shrug and just kind of go for it.
I think actually, because what are you trained in athletics?
Clearly, no.
Then go ahead and make me an athletics check.
Wonderful. I got a dirty 20. That was actually really good.
Nice.
All right.
nice.
So you're able to kind of like although Saffron is able to kind of just scamper up the wall because of their cat's claws, you able to find a couple of rainwater barrels and kind of like hop up to one and hop up to the other, and just like kind of grab onto the roof and, and kind of like pull
Climb up.
yourself up. As, Saffron,
Got
you are able to like as Rise like kind of like turning a corner around a rooftop and pop just up. Could you go ahead and give us your character description, please, D?
So, also, Ryan would see Saffron and Corbin just as they were coming up, yes? Would you say would you say that he'll be able to see them?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
All right. So as they get up onto the roofing, just turning a corner, you see Tenebrine, a possum Tenebrine is like rather tall, almost 6'4", exactly 6'4". What am I saying? with it's like with coffee tones in regards to fur patterning, and is like with with a dark shirt. Denim is like denim fabric for pants. Cup is like leather cups to keep the legs secure. A long whippy is like whippy tail used to help him turn a corner. A bit and two things stand out the most with the possum. One, the most brilliant green eyes that you see that seem to light up the moment that they see Saffron. And a very big book that's slung over his shoulder by a strap. As he sees the both of them, he quickly goes into a roll to try to put a damper on a speed, and he skids to a halt in front of him, sending a few shingles down into the street, but that does not matter to him, as he with the widest smile stops just enough so that he's not barreling the tabaxi over as he pulls Saffron into a hug. It's like, right, it's like, Safi. It's like, what are you doing up? What are you doing up here? I thought you was manning the shop right now. I was about to go to the shop like a bit myself. I'm thinking about getting piercings, more piercings. But I saw studs. I saw studs for my ears. I'm kind of
Raya. I grab Raya by the shoulders and I'm looking up because height difference, and just kind of shakes a little bit. I have a job, and it's not just manning the friggin' shop, and you're coming with me.
Corbin, meanwhile, is just kind of watching this play out with his arms crossed, just amused.
Right, it's like Raya blinks at his eyes, and then he just like has like the brightest smile on his face. Like, oh, wow, you finally got a job. It's like your boss has finally let you go. That's amazing. So, all right, and then he actually notices Corbin right there, blinks a few times, and just is like, pardon me, Safi. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I don't think we introduced us. So I never seen you before. And he just holds out his hand. He's like, my name is Raya De Silva. How is that? And you are?
Corbin shakes his hands like, nice to meet you. Name's Corbin. I'm new to town. Apparently I'm joining your friend here on their job.
That's amazing. So that's surprising. And he looks over at Safi and just like, I'm sorry. What was your name again?
Corbin.
And then he pulls. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yes. Thank you. And he pulls out the giant book and he flips and as he flips it open, from what little you can see as he's going through it, there are various entries, and he manages to stop to a fresh page and just write down, okay, I'm sorry to ask, but could you please say the name one more time for me? First and last name.
Corbin Lieza, and he spells it out for him. I'm not gonna CORBENLEEYSA. Corbin Lieza.
Corbin Lieza. Okay.
He kind of got an amused smile on his face. He seems unbothered by this.
Okay. All right. Corbin Lieza. I'm sorry. I'm sorry right there. It's just that I'm very terrible with names. I tend to write it down, and I get the he would look over. Is there any sort of place to tell the time at all?
At this point in time, usually, let's see, what time of day is it? It's probably about mid-afternoon, and so at this point in time, there's no clock towers ringing, but it's probably looking up and around and stuff. You would see, probably going into the morning tide would have been probably like 2 or 3 clock towers like nearby. One of the larger ones. It would say it's about 2:47.
Okay. At 2:47, I met Safi and a new friend, Corbin Liesa. Fairly attractive blonde woman.
Just reading over your shoulder, and it's just like, buddy,
Hmm?
buddy, you can
Yes?
just leave it at they're blonde, they got blue eyes,
It's
the attractive. I mean,
I'm attractive, am I?
I mean, yes.
of course you are. You're a very handsome person.
Me, my husband would say so, but I don't get that often.
No, like I've been a lot of places. I've seen people who are very conventionally attractive. You are more than conventionally attractive. I don't know what it is. There's something interesting about you. But Corbin still have their sitar?
They're
Their
Lear.
Lyre. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, their lyre.
Yeah, they have their lute. It's a lute. Sorry.
I'm
their
sorry,
back.
a lute. I'm sorry.
I forgot it too. You're good. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's strapped to his back.
Yeah, you would see the lute. It's like, oh, lute. Hey, are you a bard, huh?
Yeah. Yep.
Say, have you ever been to Derelisk?
I can't say I have.
Oh no, you would love it. Absolutely amazing place. They have everything. They have art. They have music. They have dancing. They have swords. Lots of swords. But that's here and there. What is it that we needed to do next, Safi? I don't think I like to keep your boss waiting anymore after that one time.
Yeah, we need to go talk to Al again. Yay! And
I
also
take it-
Riz. So at least that's nice.
I take it you don't like this Allegan.
No, he's fine. There's very
He's
clear
fine.
disdain. Just very clear disdain on Safi's face.
You just see Raya just slowly like hover is like Safi sees and he's like, he doesn't quite like mages.
Hey, we're not spilling secrets on
No,
day -1. Anyways.
Hey, it's not a secret if you make it blatantly obvious.
If you don't mind me asking, you two, how old are the both of you?
25, I think.
I'm turning, and then he blinks and looks down. It's like late summer. Oh yeah, so I haven't turned 30 yet. I'm 29.
Okay. Interesting. Just curious. Don't mind me.
Oh, how old are you?
40.
You don't look a day over 20.
Thanks. Wish I was 20 still. Definitely not.
Okay. All right.
Pop
Anyways.
as they kind of like stand up from where they were like leaning from.
Oh, that's so real.
Squatting on the
So,
roof.
it's like, so, are you able to get down on your own or will you need help?
I'll be fine.
Will Corbin actually be fine? Can I please?
Will they be fine?
Will they be fine? Probably not, but we'll find out.
Spectacular.
They're gonna climb down.
Are you going to climb down the same way that you got up?
Yeah.
Then sure, go make another athletics check for me, please.
Can I assist?
Oh,
I would say yes, because you can have a natural climbing ability.
Yeah.
What?
I got a 4 plus 1, so 5.
With advantage?
Oh yeah, I didn't realize I got advantage. Sorry, forgot assist means advantage.
Yeah.
Okay, I got 15 this time. Never mind. I got 15.
Totally fine,
Better.
just getting down.
Whee!
Yeah.
He might slip just a tiny bit, but catches himself.
And then both Saffron and Red the Silver are able to get down without any issue.
It's
Yeah.
almost like they're
These are
liars.
this is our favorite terrain. We go head over to Allegan. Yes.
Yes.
And all the time, just Ryo would be picking Corbin's brain and kind of just blurb as much as he can about all he's learned about Yalash.
Do you go to the university or do you go to Allegan's residence?
I probably would know just a tiny bit about like Allegan's general whereabouts anyways. Would he most likely just be at home right now?
At this point in time, you would probably think that he's getting ready for the the fall semester, but it's also entirely possible that with this travel he's going on, that he would be packing stuff at home. So he could be either place.
I'll say we'll head to his home just because probably we need to talk to Riss anyways. Bet. So
okay.
Safe bet.
So you head to his abode at this point in time, which when you get there, you would see what looks to be like a small cart, like 4-wheeled cart at this point in time with a mule hitched up to it at this point in time, filled with a number of different bags and accoutrement at this point in time, and Riz moving back and forth between the house carrying different baggages back and forth, and as you'll come rolling up. Cole, will you care to describe your character, please?
Riss is a pretty short for a tiefling, 5'3" tiefling with stony colored skin. Lots of scarring on what bit is visible under her travel attire, which her travel attire at the moment is mostly covered by a large wolf fur coat. Mossy green hair that is streaked with grey with her age, and curling horns that sort of arch backward. Seems to have resting bitch face at all times. But the most striking thing about her is a set of bright sort of flaming amber eyes that show off the infernal heritage to a fault.
Mommy? Sorry. Mommy? Sorry.
How loud is Raya being in his chatter as they're walking?
Pretty loud.
I like to note Corbin is keeping up with it, is like unfazed, just nodding along, answering best he can.
I think as Riss is like carrying a particularly large bag full of supplies. Sidestep. Otherwise I'm gonna walk on you, kiddos. Just like throws it in the back.
Iris.
Iris. It was like
hey kids, who's the new friend?
Nice to meet you, Corbin.
This one's coming along, and so am I. And Raya, we're joining you. We're gonna be muscle for you.
I'm actually Persuasion.
That's why you're traveling with Sappy.
About fucking time. At least someone here can talk.
Okay.
Well, other than our possum friend here. I think she just she's gonna give just like a pat like one would give a child to Sappy's head.
Amazing.
If you're not carrying shit out of the house, jump out of the way so I don't step on you.
You want some help? I'm happy to help.
Likewise.
Sure thing. The good doctor is where would Allegan be at the moment?
You would know that they're at the university and they're clearing up some final matters with the headmaster.
The good doctor will meet with us. They're busy with, the academy. So sooner we get this done, the sooner we can go and rescue them before the matron bitch queen gets in the way. But and she's just gonna continue walking back into the house. The house is a Tudor style building with a bit of a greenhouse to one side coming off the building and some fruit trees within the yard. Some trellising up the side to one of the upper floor windows. And it's very cluttered, but also homely. And she's just kind of carrying different supply stuff and
Fair enough. So the two of you, the three of you go in to join and begin kind of helping Riz move the last of the bags out from the house in itself. The rest of the Elegance family is not there currently. They are moving like elsewhere out within the city since it is a working day. But packing the wagon for it doesn't necessarily take too much longer in itself. Is there anything that wishes to be done before you all depart the building itself?
Riss is going to be going into her room and is going to be grabbing her supply, her like stash from under the bed.
Okay. So the stoppage here doesn't take too long of a time in itself, and soon enough you're able to the three Raya, Saffron, and Corbin are able to hop into the back of the wagon or not a carriage, but a wagon, like more cart term. Holding yourself as and then being to lead the mule off through the city and heading towards the nearby university.
What's the mule's name?
Mule.
Mule.
No, most likely, more likely the mule's name is Abel.
I thought you were gonna say Mjolnir for a moment.
Mjolnir.
Okay, but that would be really good.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm jealous of the fact I can't say it, so I didn't think of it. So know that the mule's name is not Mjolnir.
You could call it Near, and then it would be a mule named Near.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
But yeah. Once they're actually like in the cart, I would actually want to be the first time that Raya's actually been silent as he starts writing down in that big book of his everything that's happened so far.
Fair enough.
Corbin's kind of glancing over his shoulder while he's writing, just trying to see exactly what he's writing.
So what brings you to Yelash, Blondie?
Oh, Corbin. I'm trying to find my son, actually.
Huh?
Oh, yeah, I'm actually here to find my son, but
How old?
You're what?
Age.
Oh, 2 in human years.
And in non-human years?
20.
What?
Description.
Yeah, about 20. Oh, how do I describe him? Kind of yay high, kind of gestures to like about his knee height. He's about yay high, has kind of no hair, bronze kind of skin. He's just a little babe. Answers by the name Orion. Yeah, you know him when you see him.
Would that description spark any sort of recollection on what kind of I hate to say thing, but thing that the child would be?
What kind of creature?
Go ahead and you can go ahead and make a nature check.
I know it.
Would that one impose disadvantage on me or no?
Yes, because this is not something you would have actively recorded in your book.
Okay.
17 plus 4.
2 minus 1. That's a 1.
Ooh.
Hey, I rolled a 12.
Nice.
The second one was a 12.
Right, you do not know. Co for you, that like the thing that throws you off is the bronze yay high, could be like a
Bronze.
halfling, a gnome, could be like a dwarf. There are a number of ones that like kind of have that kind of like more bronze sheen to their skin. Especially those who are like more bald or like have like kind of like no hair and similar. The thing that throws you off is that when they say 2 years old, but they're 2 year olds in human years, but they're 20.
Mm-hmm.
And the only thing that kind of like tickles in your brain is that of like either like some kind of like draconic kin in some way, shape, or form.
Potentially kobold, something like that.
Yeah, kobold, lizard folk, a dragon, something along those lines.
Ateris is more quiet than normal now.
They kind of notice. Can Corbin notice that Atir's kind of went quiet?
What is your passive insight?
Passive insight.
So yeah, what's your insight score, and then
It
On
should
your
say
D&D
so
Beyond,
on.
it'll be under
yeah.
saving throws. The panel
Saving.
underneath saving throws, where it says passive whiz, passive int, and passive.
Okay.
Insight.
Insight is 12.
12. I would say no, because you don't know a terrace that well.
Okay.
You get and especially because considering her more stony, just features in general disposition. That for them, it's probably more you're just not quite fully sure of that as of yet, or like familiar with them in terms of to notice it immediately off the hand.
Would
Okay.
we?
You
Corbin's just
for you,
assuming
Ryan,
that you guys
probably
assume.
not, just because of the fact that also that in terms of the question that you would know that a terrace is already a normally kind of silent-ish type at times, especially whenever talk about kidnap kids involved.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's adopted. If that means anything.
I figured. Still family.
Yeah. Still family, of course. Anyone who says otherwise can kiss my ass.
I like you.
Thanks.
As the mule takes you all through the city itself, you find yourselves approaching closer and closer to the Rishna Academy. It's a beautiful, gorgeous hillside academy itself, where you can see of marble and limestone buildings with red tiled slated roofs, and a number of towers that spiral up and towards the sky, and so a few of them that have a strange architecture to them itself, emblazoned that with a rising phoenix in different parts and places that are wrapping around a trio of towers within this address, the sigil of the academy itself. As you're making your way, though, we're all at this point in time going to fade from the all approaching to the academy to deeper within it, specifically deeper within one of the offices in itself, where in Allegan and within your office, you are finishing cleaning up a couple of different things here and there and speaking to the headmaster, where they're two of them at this point in time, are the kind of at this point in time having a brief conversation as Allegan is finishing packing up their things as well. And for them at this point in time, it's like, please do understand this is not, we do want you to return for all of us at this, and once you are finished, and your efforts will always be recognized here, but it's just for the best for everyone at this point.
Oh, I'm very aware that the rest of the clergy would prefer if I vanished. Put that, and he starts flipping
Which is
through
why
pages.
we don't want that to happen permanently. I would be much more remiss to see you returned with solid evidence for your theories rather than a steadier head upon your shoulders, rather than seeing you vanish in one of the alleyways here. You know enough that the city itself already has enough of a reputation with individuals vanishing one way or the other. I would hate to see you amongst them.
Hmm. Well, look, and he goes through and starts just like doing his best not to wrinkle the pages, but just like stuffing documents. He finds like a vial in like an edge of his desk, smells it, and like, nope, that's gone bad. And
Well,
puts
if
that
you would
in
first
the
care to
pile.
describe your character.
Yes, Halligan is not wearing his normal attire. He still has his jacket that has that's kind of like the university professor's uniform, which is this like dark charcoal black overcloak with red floral trim, and underneath it, somewhat expertly done up. You can definitely tell that somebody else has helped him dress today, as all of the buckles and buttons have been done from like an opposing side, as if somebody was facing him, of like a traveler's attire, which he seems still somewhat like awkward in, as he keeps like adjusting this strap that's over his shoulder to hold like various vials and potion ingredients. That Riz definitely helped him get set up with today, and did most of like the purchasing for like more weathered pants and boots, versus his like nice dress pants and loafers that he would normally be wearing.
Forcing my unofficial husband into your traveling clothes.
But yeah, he's just going through his desk, just trying to make sure that he has all of the documents he needs. He's been ordering various like books and research papers and documents over the last couple months, ever since the incident.
Gotcha.
So he's been doing his best to, and out of curiosity, did the university try to keep that like fairly quiet of what happened?
I would assume so, surely.
Yeah, they would have, particularly in terms of like it was known probably like other upper mages at this point in time, but having something like that is not what you would typically announce to the public.
Okay.
So like uppers would know, and those within the kind of the two connected clergies would know, but outside of that, the people who would know would be very limited in number.
Okay. So yeah, he's just gathering his various documents. You see like various like diagrams and glyph insignias kind of haphazardly organized. He just starts like opening and shutting drawers, and he's like, "Where is it? Where is it? I put it somewhere. There it is." And he grabs a somewhat dusty badge, which has like the medicinal insignia with the caduceus on it. And
you're going to do people a lot of good on this trip, and again,
I wish I could do a lot of good here. We are at the cusp of research. We could do so much, but no.
I understand. I do understand. Truly, I do. If I had more, if I didn't have to think about everyone in this circumstance, I would keep you. You know that.
I am aware, but with the massive breakthroughs that Sam and I have been making,
then you have the opportunity then to want to to finish these breakthroughs and bring back research in the field, and where there's no one here to perhaps undermine your experiments otherwise, or say that they're done in a controlled environment.
Indeed, I understand. I do not like it, and it is so frustrating that they say they wish to have proof, and then every time I come to them with documents and experiments, they're like, "Oh, we cannot test that on people because it is morally wrong." And if we had volunteers, if they allowed us to assist people, many of the procedures are non-invasive. They could save lives. But because there's not a god backing them up.
Not a god backing them up, there's not public opinion backing them up. if you were to go out and actually prove in like amongst the various different villages and other cities at this point in time, and build a public following, then at that point in time, that offers you the best access and route in order to have all of your research officially published and out and for the public to see, and out perhaps even get it to Waterdeep or Calimport and have records of that put within Candlekeep.
Understood.
There's a
And-
light at the door.
Come in.
The door opens slightly. It's like, right on time. Now we were speaking, of course, about your replacement, and we do have a substitute who came and was piqued our interest and was very interested in covering for your method. It helped to cover and to continue to expand upon yours and Hawthorne's methods all the way from Waterdeep. And you see entering in from the door a tall woman, maybe just touching 6 feet, walking. She wears a form-fitting dress that flows and glides at the ends of her legs, made of dark purple satin, so dark as to be almost black, while her dark hair is pulled up into a bun at the top of her head and held in place by a pair of onyx skewers. Most of her collarbone is left bare, with the dress flaring out of the shoulders and coming back together along the tops of her shoulders to create a high collar that encircles the neck. She holds a pair of gloves in one hand and extends the other to you in a proffered handshake, a brilliant black star sapphire resting upon the middle finger. She's a strong jawline and nose, while her eyes are the color of freshly bloomed lilac behind half-moon spectacles. Lastly, you can see very faintly the trails of fine scars all across her exposed skin, even her face, although time has caused them to be fade so much as to be unnoticeable from a distance.
Do I recognize this woman?
Make a history check.
Okie dokie. History. 10.
10. You do not recognize this woman. But she does give you a warm smile as she enters it, extending your hand. You must be the professor who is causing enough of a stir to wake the dead. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Only when I am given permission. And Dr. Elegant, you.
Selina Dumont. It's a pleasure.
Do you spell that?
Celina, or no, Celine, Celine.
You mind just dropping it in chat?
Yeah, I will.
Thank you.
I will put it into your notes.
Grazie. Okay.
What I've gathered from this is it's another mommy situation.
I will tell you here. I'll also drop you the picture of her into the.
Oh, yes,
Ooh,
yes.
please.
None of you is
Okay. Let's figure it
No,
out.
I won't be mean to you. I'll put her into the.
Ooh,
Yay!
We want to see.
I want to see the mommy.
I need to
I did.
understand how flustered Allegan is speaking to her.
Can Allegan just not speak to you?
Oh,
Hello.
mommy.
Holy
Okay.
shit.
Mommy. Sorry, mommy. Sorry, mommy. Sorry.
I do not trust her.
Okay.
I do not trust
I
her
don't
at all.
either, but I love her.
Can I get a vibe check on her?
Sure.
Okay.
Well, what do you mean, like vibe check? Do you want to?
I want to insight her if I can, just
Sure.
from
Oh,
her general.
Would you mind putting her
Um,
written name in there too, Ursa?
Sure.
Just so that
It-
I can have it for notes.
also, if you can, could you actually, this will actually be more for Co. Could you post it so that the chat will actually be able to see?
Yeah, stream can see.
Yeah.
I can do that. Hold on a second here.
And that's
Oh.
a 16 to vibe check, mommy.
Evil stepmommy's more like it.
Give me 1 second.
God.
Because I can do this by doing this.
Oh, I forgot to mention in Corbin's description that their hair is covering one half of their face, so you can't see one of their eyes. Just as a side note, that popped into my brain.
No, you're good.
Yeah.
You're good.
You can see it in the picture, but just making it be aware.
Crow, it's like Crow. I will give Midge the benefit of the doubt as saying they're replacing me with this. Let me check your vibes.
Yeah, Allegan is very protective of his classroom because what they are teaching is not commonly respected outside of the academy.
But yeah, so what was your insight check?
I was a 16.
16? Difficult to read, but she does have like kind of this very much so like a person that there's definitely an intelligence. Although like she's very pretty, but she certainly has an intelligence behind her eyes. She's very like you see her like kind of looking around and like looking over kind of like you up in your chalkboard and reading the formulas very quickly and like, kind of going like kind of glancing around, and there's definitely this distinct like this person understands and knows like magic. They know and understand. They have a like inherent like kind of grasp of it in terms of, and they don't see, and you also get the feeling that this is a person who has not necessarily been through a lot, but doesn't let no stop her.
Okay. With like his other hand as he's shaking hers, he kind of pushes his into a bit more of a artfully tossle rather than where he's just been running his hands through his hair. Allegan is very tired looking. You can see that he kind of has like deep, permanently set, even if somewhat lightened by his more recent sleep, but still very like dark purple underneath his eyes. He has gray streaks throughout his hair, kind of fine lines across his face, showing his age. And he kind of cracks a self-depreciating smile and is like, I'm sorry that you got me like this. I am dressed for the road and not
Please, I understand. I do understand. I would love to have the opportunity to pick your brain about various topics regarding your advancements. I myself find to be a skilled practitioner of a number of different of the wizarding schools, but I know that medical is one that has been particularly of an interest of mine of late, concerning this, especially in terms of effect of dealing with necromancy, enchantment, transmogrification, and other such effects. In particular, one thing that I am aware of that for you it would be a monumental achievement to see such things brought back into the light of the day once more, which I would be honored in order to help further these aspects by continuing on at least for a time period until you are ready to return from your trip.
Are you a student at or professor at another institution?
No, this will at least not as of recently. I've been on my own sabbatical for some periods of years. I did for a while teach and act as one of the scribes within Candlekeep. And
I'm familiar. Yes.
What at least what some of that requires for us is to act as scribes for the other practitioners who come to visit within our hallowed walls and help them to understand as to what they are requesting. Because much of the knowledge there can be very dangerous, but at least with knowledge, one can be properly armed against the things that do mark our society. And I, unfortunately, but I know I would like to discuss this more, but I do understand you have a boat to catch. Perhaps another time, maybe over a glass of wine?
Indeed, that would be incredibly lovely. You can feel free to send to me during the excursion. If I do not get back to you immediately, I can always send a more comprehensive letter back to the college.
No, I'm sure this will be perfectly acceptable, and I know that at least your compatriot Hawthorne, was it, that is a studious mind as well.
Indeed, he is a very good friend and incredibly intelligent. He has been a studying hand in the more heated discussions with the clergy.
Busybodies, a lot of them, they do not know what it is that lives right beneath their feet. They stand upon gold and treat it as if it was dust.
Indeed. It was a pleasure to meet you.
Of course, don't let me keep you. Headmaster, I shall certainly speak to you later, but I wanted to have the opportunity to meet Anakin before they departed.
Indeed. Thank you.
Have a good day, and it was a pleasure. And she turns and departs out the room.
He gives her a nod, and then will just immediately turn back to the headmistress. Who is she?
Celine Dumont, as far as we know, that she was a bit of a prodigy. She was one who completed she completed 4 different wizarding schools in terms of those of abjuration, conjuration, and why is brain blinking? Transmutation and evocation.
Okay.
But she has become by the time that she was 18, and she has spent the last number of years within Candlekeep. And before then, she was a professor within the College at Waterdeep, and then spent some time at the House Tower of the Arcane. And from which I know that she made a certain lasting impression and had a bit of an argument with one of her own teachers, and unfortunately walked away with it with continual scarrings in the process.
Mm-hmm.
She does not have much of a mind for the clergy, but she is one who has known to been able to navigate dangerous waters.
I see. I wish her luck. I wish we were not throwing her through these sharks so early upon our arrival.
And she may be a shark amongst them. So, but I think you worry too much, and I will keep things as best well I can. And Hawthorne will be able to keep things more steady-handed. I think more than anything else, they will be happy to know that you are at least departed for some amount of time.
Indeed. Okay. I think I have everything here.
They'd offer out a hand to you.
Yeah. I'll clasp it with both hands and just say, I appreciate what you're doing for me. I know I'm not sounding very thankful. It is, I would be preferring to stay here and doing my research and continuing my goals here.
Perhaps it is also time for you to, the phrase being, left the nest. You've spent your whole life in Ganache, and perhaps it's an appropriate time as any to see a bit more of the world.
Yes.
But I do look forward to your triumphant return.
And I will just leave a letter on top of the desk that has been emptied out. With on the back it just says to the fall semester class. And then holding the other letter as I kind of walk out of my room that has just been emptied out of any of my personal effects.
You can already see on the door, the nameplate is being scraped off.
Would have appreciated if they had at least let me leave first before they started on that. Lovely. And I will head to Sam's room. Dr. Hawthorne's room. And just slide a letter underneath his door.
he is not there at this point in time. But you slide the letter underneath the door, and then
Mhm.
proceed to walk out of the proceed to walk out of the academy doors, where you would see a terrace and eating an apple, along with a strange motley crew of individuals riding in a cart.
Riz, I believe you picked up some limpets on the cart. You have to scrape those off.
I thought we could perhaps do them for dinner.
Mm.
She gives a very rare smile.
I'd like to note at this point, Corbin had taken his loot off and put it in his lap because, like, you can't exactly sit in a cart easy with a guitar on your back.
Ryan would just quietly pipe up. I wouldn't try it. Possum meat is notoriously terrible.
It is good to see you, Raya. And Saffron, it is
Safi is lying down, does not want to be seen, and it's just like Corbin and Raya can see the expression of just like on his face.
Corbin's very much sniffling, like trying to stifle his laughter, just like you.
With Ateris having lived with the good doctor for like almost 20 years now, and having been working on and off with Safi for the past 7 years, how much of this interaction do I know?
You would be. This is probably. I would say at least that this is like fairly normal-ish.
It wasn't as bad, and then a couple of months ago it kicked up.
Yeah.
okay. Well, then I'll ex-nay say hello to Saffron and look over to Ryan and say, "Where is your better half? Normally they are shadow casting right behind you."
Wait, you're talking to me?
Yes.
Yes.
When you say better half, above table, I'm trying to figure out.
I'm
talking about Safi.
Yeah,
talking about Safi.
It's like, it's like, right? It's just like better. Well, I guess it's like the other half of the dynamic duo, I guess. Well, we only been a dynamic duo for about like over a month or so, but
Safi sits up, just gives a side eye.
Saffron, it is good to see you.
Yeah, what's up, Doc? Just lies back down.
Yeah,
how long have you been sitting on that?
A while.
I am hoping that we can make our exit before Sam arrives. I did not have a chance to tell him the situation, but I wrote a very comprehensive letter that I would like to be out of the city when he reads.
We'll jump in then, good doctor, and we shall be off. I'm sure the kids can introduce you to our newest companion.
Oh, you are new and different. The musician.
Bard, yes. Nice to meet you. Name's Corbin.
I wish we were meeting under better circumstances, but for most of the people who see me, it is better than most.
Fair enough. Same here.
Does Allegan speak Elven?
I think I did select Elven as one of my languages. Let me double check that just to be
or info.
sure. Where would that be on the character sheet?
Yeah, right under armor
left side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Left side.
Very bottom
yes,
of
I
like
do speak
armor
Elvish.
tools.
Ateris is going to sort of lean into Allegan a little and just very quietly in Elvish say, "Also looking for a child."
Seems to be going around these days, and he'll respond in kind in Elvish.
Corbin has no idea what was just
Yeah.
transpired. He's
Yeah.
just looks
Right?
very confused.
Ryan has been looking at Dr. Allegan for a good moment, as if he's trying to figure something out.
Okay. Is this normal or is this new?
No, this is
staring at him.
it's a normal. Like, he every now and then when he sees Dr. Allegan, there's this bit of pause and confusion, as if he's trying to look for something and it's not there. Now, knowing that they're going off on a trip, he's staring is increased tenfold. Like, he's desperately trying to see if there's something he doesn't see.
Has this happened? You said this happened before?
Like, it's like a blink and you'll miss it at first, but this is the first time he's making it very obvious that he's trying to look for something on Dr. Halligan.
Can I figure out what that is? I'm guessing insight.
Go for it.
19.
Well, he's not really trying to hide it, I get, but it looks like he's looking for something specific that should be obviously there, but it seems you had to pick his brain for it.
Do I have something on my shirt? You are
You
looking
don't?
with me.
Oh,
Strange.
I'm sorry, just staring. I've been meaning to ask this for a while, Doctor, but where's your sword?
I do not have one.
You don't? Then how do you cast magic?
You
don't?
don't always need a
None.
sword to cast magic. There are some mages that use a weapon as a foci, but
I mean, I use my music, but
So wait, so you're telling me all this time there are wizards who don't cast their spells by stabbing?
that is in fact the norm, surprisingly enough.
Safi just starts cackling.
Ateris is going to just kind of pipe up, still watching the road while like commanding the mule. Not
Yes,
everyone is Norik, little possum.
He just has like a small, like, distinct blink, as if he's trying to process his information. And then he's like,
EXE has failed.
it's like, huh. No one has that yet, Flash. I mean, with Master Left Gilash.
Corbin's chuckling. He doesn't understand why Raya thinks that, but he finds it funny.
Riz, did you get everything in the cart? We have all of the trunks, all of the ingredients.
Everything
did you grab
had
my
on the
paper?
list. Everything you had on the list.
Good. And we have very carefully stowed the vials.
Indeed. Warrens followed your instructions to the T, Doc.
Thank you. We would not want those spilling. Period. It would be very bad.
Absolutely not.
Are you guys talking in Elvish, or are you talking in
No,
common?
we're just talking in common.
Okay. Corbin just kind of peeks his head, leans forward a bit, and be like, spilling what now?
I have caustic ingredients that can get spicier than I want.
I would recommend it is not for touching.
Yes.
Sticky
fair
fingers.
enough.
Yes.
Sticky fingers must be kept to themselves at a cost.
Saffron, make an investigation check.
Oh, what? Let's go. Okay, hold on.
Lest
I'm using
you
my
wish
Zelia
to.
dice. Hold on.
Oh, please don't. If you fuck this up,
Suffer.
I don't want to have to regrow your arm.
What? I didn't roll great. I got an 11.
You're not sure which ingredients had which of the trunks and many other bags had the ones that were labeled caustic ingredients in them.
Okay.
So
Look,
what?
Diana?
I heard these guys say that you're a doctor.
I am a doctor of medicine
That's
and
right.
also with the arcane.
Huh?
You. Oh God, you are. Excuse me. I haven't seen you around the town, and it
Oh,
is
I'm
fairly large, but
very
you
new.
still have sea legs to you. Um,
I'm very new.
I
I
see.
just got here not even half an hour ago, maybe
Probably been about like in 2 hours
an
at this
hour,
point in time.
2 hours, not even
Yeah.
2 hours ago, maybe something like that.
Oh, very fresh.
Yeah, I'm looking out, looking for my son. Was offered trade and help search, and so here I am.
Trade with who?
Uh, he points at Saffron's. That one's boss.
Seffi, which boss would this be?
Anton, I have one boss. What is this? So which boss is it? I have the one boss. He's my guy.
He's my man.
You're okay.
Most
You're
likely
thinking of
Master
associate.
Canton.
All right.
Master
Well,
Canton. So fancy. Jeez Louise. His name is just Canton.
eh,
I
some
put him
people-
as Mister in
A
my book, so
man
you shouldn't be too.
of that status
mean,
deserves some respect, kiddo.
It's honorific.
debatable. But it is lovely to meet you. I did not catch your name.
Corbin.
Clock chimes. Dun, dun,
Shit. We need to
dun,
make haste
dun.
very quickly. Boat will leave and Sam will be here. Do I hear like any sound in the distance?
I mean, I've been steering us in
Outside
the
of the clock?
direction.
Oh,
so-
good.
Yeah,
We've
let
been
me-
moving this whole time.
Yeah, you've been
Good.
moving this whole time. But yes,
You
you know,
hear
but you do
far
know
off
that your boat is
scream.
leaving at 5 o'clock once the tide is because it's the shifting change of the tides at that point in time.
Okay.
So you have an hour pretty much to get through the city. So Ateris picks up the pace at this point in time, and very soon,
One
very
boat
quickly,
to another.
one boat to another, you find yourselves getting down to the dock itself in the small ship that was hired that was take you from Yalash down to Dapplegate. And
Okay.
from there it's
while
lands
while
beyond.
we're at the pier, can I do just a precursory look, looking for a particular boat that I would
Sure.
always just out of habit look for.
Sure. Go ahead and make a perception or investigation check. Your choice.
I like how Corbin's
Could I
symbols
do
are
an
only one of
insight
them
to
now.
see if I clock them doing this?
Sure.
And see if I can help them, if so?
You probably couldn't help them, but you could make an insight check of what they're doing.
Well, I didn't know if I saw them doing it, if I could also take a look for the boat.
You can look for a boat in general, but do you know which boat they're looking for?
I do
Allegan
know
would
which boat
know.
they're looking for.
Okay, then I would say
Allegan is one of the
first- the
only
first-
people that know, I think.
first
Twenty.
insight check then.
3 on that insight.
Then I would say yes, you
Woo.
can grant some advantage to either perception or investigation for a terrace.
Whichever one you want to do.
Sweet. Advantage. We're going for investigation or perception, you said?
Yes, your choice.
Oh, perception, that's my better score. Oh, thank you so much for the advantage on that. That is a 19 plus 4 for a 23. I rolled a 19 and a 2.
Ooh.
Further down the docks, not
Mhm.
necessarily at the end of the pier, but probably about a good another 10 or so ships between you and them. So probably about a good 4 blocks. You would see a very, very familiar boat.
Fuck. How long have we got till we leave?
You have 15 minutes before the ship is beginning. You can see the crew is like preparing their last minute, they begin preparing to rig the sails for departure. The last call has gone out by
Flailing. Ah.
Can I do something?
What are you doing?
Do I see them have like crisis imminent?
Yeah,
fuck?
you see a very. I think everyone would at this point see a very rare view of a terrace actually like not being her grumpy piece of shit self, and like suddenly
Oh, shit.
perking up and just kind of patting Allegan on the shoulder. That's the
How
one.
far off?
That's the one.
How far off are we from the boat that we need to be going on?
You're on the boat you need to be going.
Great.
But it is 4 blocks between you and the boat that's Terrace is they see.
Yeah. I want to.
And the captain of this one has already made it clear they're kind of a bit more of a scruffy type, and because they're more of a merchant vessel at this point in time, and for them that they have a schedule to keep and they will keep it whether you are on the boat or not.
I would like to, if I can use sleight of hand, to snap Yana into existence.
Okay, sure.
And I want them to, fuck it, pun intended, weasel in through and try to grab somebody's coin purse and fucking book it. Trying to distract the sailors loading our ship, and then I'm just like, fucking go to a terrace.
Go ahead and make so at this point in time I'll have you go ahead and make a sleight of hand with the you're just trying, you're not necessarily, you're trying to make a brazen attempt at like have Yana like brazen.
Yes, I'm trying to make Yana obvious of what they're doing. If they can get a hold of like a coin purse or something nice.
Target the captain if you can, because that's the only way he's stopping.
Okay, I will do that to the captain then.
Okay, so then go ahead and make a.
This should be on session 1, dude.
Yes, I can. Go ahead and make an attack with your weasel.
Okay. Weasel attack. Okay. What am I rolling to attack with Yana?
So you're rolling d20 plus their dexterity. So let me pull up weasel here.
I need weasel dexterity.
Can I ask what Yana looks like? Is it just a weasel?
Yana is a very small, long-tailed weasel. I can throw a picture up into the chat.
So you're rolling d20 and adding 5 to hit.
Oh shit, they're so much more dexterous than me.
I mean, he is a weasel.
She's the best little weasel that ever did weed. That's so good. What the fuck? 18 plus 5 is 23.
Oh wow.
Go, Yana, go.
Yana doesn't do any damage because they're sitting grabbing an object at this point in time, and they go to like snap quickly out of the pocket and just grab the purse out of the captain's hand. You hear it's like, get that weasel!
As soon as I hear that, I
tell Yana to fucking run.
And Yana just starts booking down like the gangplank and off the ship and just like up through the thing. You could see probably a good like 3 or 4 people just like running after them at this point in time.
And I'm going booking it for the ship.
Yeah, I'm telling them to get off the boat and try to like disappear with it between the cargo. Do I need to make a stealth check for my weasel?
You do need to make a stealth check, but you make a stealth check with disadvantage because they are doing this at a frantic pace.
Okay.
Terrace.
Disadvantage.
Go ahead and make an athletics check.
What is? Corbin's very confused right now. I'd like to know.
Okay. It's not terrible.
Raya is writing everything that goes on.
Corbin, you see a Terrace sprinting down the docks towards the ship that you came in on today.
Oh, that's my ship. Oh shit.
I have to look at your weasel dexterity.
Bitch!
Why aren't they?
Sorry, that wasn't at anyone in particular.
You bitch! That's your ship.
No, I rolled a 19 plus 3, 22.
Nice.
22. See?
Why are they go? Why? Okay, I guess they're going that way.
So, and then what was the stealth
I
check
will say
for
Raya and Safi, you guys have never seen a terrorist respond this enthusiastically or positively to anything.
Is this? Corbin's leaning over to Raya and Safi and just going, "Is this normal?"
This
Uh,
is a terrorist giving Safi energy.
Raya is like, I don't even have to look back in my prior entries. This is new, which is why I'm writing down. Which is why I'm so diligently. I'm not sure if people are having a laugh or not, but honestly, this is kind of interesting. I like it.
Fair enough.
I want you to know that you robbed me out of a natural 20, so fuck you. But also, it's still a
Sorry.
14.
No, I was the one who robbed Midge at the natural 20 because they said for the stealth check with disadvantage.
Yes, I had to do it at disadvantage. So it's a
all right, I need your weasel to make a contested. So the weasel can make either an acrobatics or an athletics check in order to escape a grapple because they are caught.
Okay.
As soon as I
Terrace,
get
so you were-
close enough to the ship, I am keeping an eye out for.
Oh yeah, you are just booking it down there.
Go. Yana is killing it today. That's a 19 to weasel out of this hold.
Which
I'm
is
using
good
all of the
because
weasel funds I can.
Which is good because they rolled a 17 total in order to.
Oh,
So the weasel, even as they kind of like darting through like kind of the different crates and barrels at this point in time,
okay.
the different like sailors, whichever, trying to grab it, like, oh, come here, but they're literally playing like whack-a-mole at this point in time, or like grab a weasel, just like funk, funk,
Grab a
funk,
weasel.
just like between the different like kind of crates and just like, come here, and just this whole chaotic situation. While then for you, Terrace, go and make a perception check.
Perception
You
check.
got a fucking book it, woman.
How far away is this?
14 plus 4, 18.
Yeah.
Terrace is probably like four blocks down the waterfront, which at this point in time they're like a kilometer down the waterfront at this point. The weasel chaos is happening probably about a good like block or so up, and you can just see these like three burly sailors who are quite literally just throwing crates out of the way, just trying to snatch and grab at this weasel that is just like moving around drain pipes, ducking underneath like through a water barrel. You hear this splash and like a cart overturns and someone shouts, "My cabbages!"
Oh dear.
Yes.
Are they? Is the weasels? Is that happening at least 60 feet away?
More than that, yeah.
I'm planning on popping Yana out this early, but that's fine.
I wasn't expecting me to find the fucking
Yeah, truth.
the deep treader this soon. Like, I don't even know what I'm gonna do when I get there yet.
Yeah. It's more along the lines of does it look like they need help?
No, this is more for a terrace. It is more of a holy fuck! I did not expect to actually see you.
No.
I need to get there.
Yeah. Oh no, a terrace is like Ryan knows that a terrace can handle herself. I'm talking about Dr. Alligator and the weasel.
You don't know that this weasel is mine. You've never seen Yana before.
Yeah, you literally just see a weasel that's like grabbed a coin purse and fucking plucked it.
Yeah.
How cute is the weasel?
Pretty cute.
Very cute.
I would say for you. Well, actually, right, go make a history check, please.
Disadvantage. Okay. I need to know this. All right. Let's do this.
Oh.
That is.
You know what? I should have expected something like this.
So, what was your perception check?
It was a 14 plus 4, so 18.
You get down to the ship and currently see that it is empty. They have finished offloading their goods some time ago, and currently the crew are out about in the city.
Shit.
All right. And for those roles,
I would see, however, probably a single individual on the ship, like probably the quartermaster, like who's kind of going through and making notes and modifications as like, okay, like this is what we'll need for.
Would he be on the ship, or would he be like at the dock checking the boxes and stuff?
On the dock.
Ateris is going to go run over to the quartermaster and just be like, "Where is he?"
Fox, who are you, lady?
Just
What do you
Where
want? Like,
is
we
he?
got there's Chase.
Where's
where are the ex
Rachel?
drugs?
Uh,
Where
which one?
where is the captain?
This point in time, he has a meeting the prospective client within the city.
All right. When he gets back, when Fulgrim gets back, let him know. She's gonna think for a moment because she actually has to think about this considering backstory shit. Oh fuck. Okay. Sorry.
Give a moment. Like, so you think about it while I then swap over to so mid to this point in time,
Weasel.
Weasel. By this point, finally, you could hear like kind of this in the, and there's eventually this moment. Your backstory showing up by the way, Co.
Oh no.
Oh. We didn't see something.
Wrong
We didn't see
tab
nothing.
again.
We aren't
We're not
nothing.
seeing anything.
We
We're
are
not
Okay.
seeing
pretending.
nothing.
I don't have stream
We pretend
open.
we do
You
not see.
totally don't see MILF. Anyway.
No.
Not at all.
But Weasel. However, like for you, mid to this point in time, you would hear this squeak in your mind as they that says they caught me. As you see that
Okay.
you're
Pop. Just disappeared. Like
Weasel.
make them. Yeah.
Yep, I know they go into
I know
the
what I'm gonna
dimensional
do now.
space.
Okay. I'm going to, as soon as that happens, I'm going to spin my clapper ring and
Well, before you do that,
message out to Paris, you gotta go.
How far is it? Is it just message?
Yeah, it's 100.
Yeah,
meters,
100
I
feet.
believe.
Yeah,
100
like
feet?
they're a kilometer away.
Shit. Wait, it's
Sappy,
4 boats away.
Saffron, what are you doing in this whole experience? Are you just like kind of like watching in amusement?
Well, sorry, you caught me just as there was enough of things going on. I thought I could run to the bathroom. Safi has no real idea of like anything to do with the weasel stuff. This is the first time Ateris has shown any sort of emotion really near Safi, so this is new. Honestly,
Yeah,
I'm
only
not entirely
Allegan's seen
sure.
this kind of emotion from a terrace before, so
Generally, they were.
Corbin
fine.
doesn't know these people, so
Um,
Corbin's just kind of chilling, man.
I'm not
Do you-
involved with these people.
Do you
Yep,
still do you still want that check that I made? You asked me to roll something with disadvantage.
Yes, the history.
Yeah. It was an 18 and a 14, so 13.
Okay, so still solid enough. You would from Weasel at this point in time, you haven't seen many Weasels like that, but you are familiar that a number of different casters do have familiars in one way, shape, or form that can be summoned or dismissed at a whim.
But Yana looks cute, right?
Yana looks very cute.
All right.
They are very adorable.
And I see these burly guys chasing.
Yep.
So Raya would kind of just slink off and just get close enough. Would they have chased Yana under like, I know Craze, but would there be like an awning or something tied up with rope that they were chased under?
Probably like once or twice here and there, but like Yana like very quickly kind of darting in and out through traffic and stuff and through crates before they finally catch her. At which point you would probably see Yana go boom, and just dissipate. But if there's something you would like to do before then,
So he's gonna. So Ryan's just gonna go ahead and go into the pouch on his on one of his chest pouches. Not no, as in like an actual pouch that's on a harness of his. Okay, not the other thing. And he's gonna take
male possum.
it. Shut up. And he's going to take out take out a deck and try to figure out one that he won't necessarily miss.
okay.
And he decides to go with the black joke is like the red joker. And he's gonna go ahead and try to throw it at one of the ropes over the awning to try to
Cut it. Sure.
Get,
Go ahead and then make an attack. This is a dexterity based attack since the cards require more dexterous.
Yes. All right.
While we're doing that, what is our destination?
Your destination is Dapplegate. Well, where the ship is to drop you off is Dapplegate. But at least from forward, and then from there you're going to follow the roads from there. Well, actually, technically your destination is Opal, and then you're going to follow the roads up through Opal and go through like Dapplegate, Gallard, Black Barn, and then finally end at Emrys is your eventual goal.
Okay. But yeah, you said for the roll, I thought I saved the weighted playing cards, but apparently didn't save to the other one. So
you can just roll the darts.
I just use the dart. So that's what's 18 plus 6?
25. Which will be enough. So go ahead and roll me a dart damage, which is 1d4 plus your dexterity.
Just
all right.
25.
That's three. That's 3 plus 4. That's 7.
7 points damage. All right. Let's see here real quick. What is HP of a rope?
So unrealistic. And I hate it. Sorry, I'm doing art in the background. Don't mind me.
No, you're good. You're good.
There's the rope.
Now, next question.
And five hit points, so that would be enough to cut him. As the awning itself comes tumbling down this point, so you can see kind of this sploosh of water from a recent storm, and that wasn't there to fully kind of be flushed out, and as well as also a couple extra clay tiles that go gunk 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 gunk. Like it was like that, which probably buys Yana another 2 or 3 minutes before they're caught.
You're the best.
It's like Raya looks over at Yana and just looks like, be free. It's like, be free, little guy. Latest gators. And he just stealths back over to
make a stealth check.
All right.
What
is with this number? Hold on. What is with this number? Okay, hold on real quick. Let me, because that is another 18. But you mind if I just roll another die just to make sure that's?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
if you wish to. Yes.
Can I have a possibly changing where Yana was going? Would I have clocked Raya doing this?
Let me take a look at Unfamiliar here real quick.
I can commune with them as long as they're within 100 feet of me.
Yeah, they're past 100 feet.
I would have tried to keep them close to the docks because I had a plan. I wanted Yana to.
Right, but keep in mind, 100 feet is from the edge of the boat to the dock.
Yeah, I wanted them to hide in the boxes outside the boat. If it's possible, I wanted to leave them with the direction of if you feel like you're about to be caught, dump the coins in the water. like the bag of coins in the water, or just fully jump yourself in the water, actually, because that would distract them for even longer, because they're gonna want their coin purse back, even if it is at the bottom of the docks.
Okay. Sure. Well, at this point, so if they're feeling about to go, I will have them go. This will be then a contested dexterity check, acrobatics check versus a sailor's attempt to grab them once more, which would be their athletics. So,
as a natural one.
Yeah, unfortunately, as Yana just like leaps off the dock, a soldiers like they're still like able-bodied enough that the one thing just like reaches out, just grabs them just as they're about to get into the water.
Would my attempt kind of keep
do I get advantage because they're distracted by what Raya did?
Nope, unfortunately. This that had happened a couple minutes previously.
Okay. Yeah, they'll just pop her out of existence like I had before.
All right. Also, for that roll for stealth, that's 14 plus 6. That's a dirty 20.
All right, then yeah, your aim ticks are not noticed for causing the distress of the sailors chasing after this weasel.
Okay.
Okay, for you, Ko.
Yes.
What do you tell? What do you now tell this being like suddenly shaken?
So I have 2 questions for you beforehand.
Like large like, quartermaster, like by this 5'3", like horned teeth, like
she's fucking scary for how short she is. I have 2 questions for you beforehand. One, with my travels, would I know somewhere that I would normally stay in Dapplegate if I was traveling that way that I could have a message sent to?
You would probably be normally in that place because Dapplegate is close to the harbor entrance, to the kind of the river entrance. You would probably be staying at the Whitewater Inn.
Okay. And the second thing I was going to ask is when our ship that we're catching leaves the docks, would it be going past Fulgrim's ship?
It would, yes.
Leave. Okay, cool. I know how I'm getting on the ship then. She is going to lean in. She's like got him by the collar. When you see Fulgrim, need to tell him that he needs to send a letter to Nguyen at the Whitewater Inn. I will be waiting.
The quartermaster like kind of nods his head like rapidly.
This is important.
Clear. Perfect. I got it. Clear as can be. Understood.
If you don't do this,
please don't chop my hand off.
I'm not going to fucking hurt you, boy.
Chop his hand off. Chop his hand off.
She's going to release him. Hear the chaos going
right now. I'm not exactly sure.
Kill him.
Just get Fulgrim that message. That's all I need.
All right.
Good lad. Right. I'm borrowing your boat just to jump off it so I can catch mine. Farewell. And she's going to fucking go. And she's going to wait at the tip of the boat, at the bow of the boat, so that she can jump onto our ship as we're passing.
Which will probably be just happening there in just a moment because
because
it probably took you like the full
15 minutes. Because she's not going to have the time to run all the way back that kilometer.
And then as your old ships begin to kind of pass like this one, like the coin returned to the ship itself, like in the gangplank pulled up. The ship itself begins to pull out into the waters, and as it passes by this large but fairly well decorated and sleek 3-masted frigate on the front of which looks to be embossed with this large dragon turtle head. You see a Terrace take a running leap, and a Terrace.
Yes.
Can I have an athletics check, please, or acrobatics, your choice?
Absolutely, you can.
Do I have an idea what the fuck they're doing?
depending on their role, could I give them bardic inspiration?
Yeah, you can give them an inspiration.
Jeez.
I'm just gonna notice that they're going
Is
to
that a
jump
D4 at this
inspiration. Where is my bardic inspiration? 1d6.
level? D6, fuck yes. All right.
And how would you give them? How would you give them advantage, Elegant?
I was thinking if they well.
Wait, do we all see them?
Well, with,
Yeah,
Well,
with
we're
the
gonna see
bardic
them.
with the bardic inspiration plus my acrobatics, I got a 22. So
Nice.
Okay. I
Okay.
don't think I'm really like helping as much as I've got like
thank you so much for that, bardic. I rolled a 6. I needed that.
I think he's just waiting with like the I don't know what the
bated
ancient
breath.
version of a life raft would be, but like just the little tubes just being like, do I need to throw this? Do I not?
Terrace, as you take a few steps back, you take a few more as you see the ship begin kind of pass by, and take a and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and off the railing, tumbling through the air once, and then you feel this almost like these slight musical notes, and there's these faint, almost like bricks that appear at a moment, like shimmering into existence for a brief half
Fuck
second.
yes.
That and one more like final leap over and across the gap between the two ships, and you land onto your vessel.
Ateris is going to collapse into fucking laughter. And just kind of hug, like sweep Allegan
I can't
up
believe
into
you
this like
fucking did that, you
really
maniac.
tight spinning hug.
And as the vessel begins to kind of pull out of the harbor
Fucking
into
hell.
the setting
Corbin just
sun,
clapped.
we'll end it there as you all as the ship begins to head
20.
south, turn south towards
More than
South.
20.
Yeah.
33 fucking years I've been looking for this man.
Yeah.
Just Riot's just gonna write down. It's like late summer. It's like 1512. I've never seen a terrace laugh, so it's like laugh like this.
Corbin's
It's
just
actually
like,
pretty-
I'm glad I helped.
Ateris is just like, Bard, good job. And just like one of those like claps on the
Jesus.
shoulder that is like a little too hard.
Hold on. Where's his dice? Would he
What
would
are you
actually somehow
thinking?
not, he would kind of lurch forward just a tiny bit, but somehow keep his ground as if he's like used to this.
Cool.
Yeah.
Used to someone patting him hard on the back like that. Lore. That was wonderful.
What an incredible session. Thank you so much.
That was
Hell
Ursa.
amazing.
yes.
That
Thank
was
you
so
much,
good.
Ursa. I
That
hope
was
chat enjoyed it as
amazing.
well.
And we
I
are
hope-
just beginning.
If you didn't enjoy it, chat, well then that sucks.
Sucks
Yeah,
to be
this-
you.
Sucks to suck. I had a
Sucks
great
to suck.
time.
I
This
had
is
an
so much
amazing
fun.
time.
No,
I was so awkward at first. I was not sure how Corbin was gonna react to
No, you were amazing.
Fucking,
Yeah, everybody did so great. Holy
you
shit.
managed to
Uh,
make Ateris not be a grumpy bitch the
Yeah.
frickin' session 0. What the hell,
Woo!
man?
Corbin has that way with people.
This is also why I would ask, like, hey, would a terrorist look to hire a ship, or would they look to hire a carriage?
Oh,
Mm,
I should have known. Like, given the shit we've been experienced, that especially Allegan and I, that I know of, we've experienced before even the beginning of this, I should have
people have
known
died
you
before
would
the
have
beginning
pulled
of the
something
campaign.
like that. But,
Oh yeah, I should have mentioned Raya and Saffron would have heard Corbin mutter as, or maybe even Allegan would have heard him mutter as I'm gonna say that Atris jumped. Was like, that was my ship.
that
That was Corbin's ship. That was the ship he came in on.
crazy. You're
You're
going
right,
to have
was.
a lot of
Past
questions.
tense.
All
Past
right.
tense.
Well, thank you everyone for joining us on this lovely session 0 where we tested things, see how everything worked out, and I think that things went swimmingly, and we learned a little bit. We had a lot of fun, and I look very much so forward to things next time.
Yeah. I am
Yeah.
so
We are
excited
told-
for session 1.
Which
Yeah.
Oh
this
my
will
God.
be
Yeah.
discussion at this point in time, I guess. I am actually pretty much set and ready to continue things on if we want to move the start date up by 2 weeks. If we want to,
Oh,
I'm happy
Oh?
to.
please, please,
As a
please,
treat?
please,
As a
please.
treat?
As a
as a
treat.
treat.
Hold on, I
so
can
if-
wake you up to make it happen. Please, 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 please.
So
That
if
would
that's
make
fine
the
with everyone,
next date the 15th, 16th?
that would be the 15th, 16th. Yes.
Sick.
Heck yeah.
All right,
yeah.
guys.
So I
I
think, yeah,
guess
we're gonna
we
move it
will
from-
see everyone in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Yeah, at least from far so far, everything seems like it's moving along pretty well. And I was planning to use the session 0 as to kind of actually make characters, but y'all kind of just went ham before then. So
Yeah, we were a bit
Yeah,
excited.
We
I'm hyper fixated on Corbin, and I have been for the past 4 years since I've made him. I'm very happy to use him.
Yeah, the one thing that I was really trying to figure out for Riot was the voice, and I just ended up finding it during sessions. So that's
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Corbin's voice is just my voice, except maybe slightly lower. But I personally, like, I have my own voice headcanon in my head of, like, what he'd actually sound like. And do you guys know Nathan Apollo?
Yep.
No.
The
Yeah.
music, the
Oh.
song, the singer?
Yeah.
Yeah, his voice is what I picture Corbin.
Mm.
Yeah.
And then, like,
Or-
when Corbin's a little bit more feminine, maybe a little more on the feminine side. But yeah, Corbin's biologically technically.
I really like
More
Sappy's
masculine.
voice. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna say it. I love the
I
like
lo-
tonality of it.
Mhm.
yeah,
Great.
just straight up vibes.
The slight Boston accent.
I'm
As chat-
loving
Whatever
all of
is going
this.
on.
Well,
So-
all right, everyone. I think this is a great place to call the stream for right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you again, everyone, for joining us for this crazy beginning of a nonsensical campaign. And
Have a wonderful
yeah,
night or
We'll
day
see you-
or whatever time it is for you.
wherever you may be, have a lovely evening. Take a good long rest, and yeah,
Latest
Don't die.
gators.
See you
go-
next
go Roving.
time.
All
Drink
right,
some
guys.
water.
As
Hydrate or
always,
hydrate.
I hope you have a wonderful day or night wherever you are in the world. Thank you all so
Hydrate or
much for joining
dihydrate.
us for session 0. Stay safe. Do something that makes you happy. Tell someone that you love them today. And if you can't be good, don't get caught. But I will see you all next time along with these guys. Bye-bye.
bye bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.